Hello. Good evening, everyone. This is Mrs. Ekpoke from Graceland Diabetes Foundation. With me here is Mr. Ekpoke, who is also a trustee from Graceland Diabetes Foundation. We're here today to continue from where we stopped on how we can prevent diabetes complication. The topic we're discussing today, we're looking at the numbers, how numbers can help us to prevent this complication. It is very important that we're used to our numbers. Without knowing the right numbers, it's difficult for us to prevent this condition. How do we know our numbers? Knowing our numbers is checking with the glucometer, and also we have a diary in which we record our checks on daily basis or anytime you are checking your blood sugar level. If you are a type 1 diabetes patient, I will recommend that you check your blood sugar level all the time if you are type 1. But if you are type 2, you can check your blood sugar level 3 times a week. It depends on how well you are managing your blood sugar level. If you are managing it well by checking with your glucometer, that will tell you when your blood sugar level is high or when it's low. There are certain things that can make your blood sugar level go up. For example, if you are not well, 1, and 2, if you are having a stressful situation at hand or any form of injury, or you're not taking your medication at the right time, you're not taking your medication well, those things can increase your blood sugar level. So for us to avoid those things, we have to maintain a standard in the sense that the right time the doctor has told you to take your medication, you need to take it at that particular time. You need to follow all instruction, what you are asked to do on how best you can take your medication, the right time that is suitable for your medication. If we do all of this, it will help us to know when we are having hypo and when we are having hyper. Hypo is when the blood sugar level is low. Any blood sugar level that is within 3.9, which is 70, is considered to be too low for anyone living with diabetes. Remember, any number that is 3.9 is considered too low, which is 70. 3.9, which is 70, that is considered to be too low for anyone living with diabetes. And also, if you are someone who is at the top of managing your diabetes, before food in the morning, if you can get a reading of 100 before food, your reading will be 100. After food, your reading will be 180. If you can continue like that, you will see that your blood sugar level will be stable, because it shows that you are having the right portion food, you are doing the right exercise, and you are following your doctor's instruction. Remember that 100 before food, which is fasting, before food, when you wake up in the morning and you check your blood sugar level, is 100. And after food, 2 hours after food, you check it and it's 180. If you can maintain that, is a good practice. You will notice it yourself that, yes, I think I am doing something good, because you will get good results if you can do that. It is very, very important that we know our numbers, because the moment your blood sugar level is high and the blood continue to stay high, this is the danger in it. When the blood continue to stay high, it will start damaging our organs. High blood sugar level, if it's not critically high, it can be managed at home without going to see doctor. If it's not critically high, it can be managed. How do you manage it when you are at home and it's not really, really critically high? One of the things you should do, you will cut down your carbohydrates immediately. Once you notice that, you will reduce your carbohydrates. Your calories will be reduced immediately. You will keep up with your exercise while you seek further help if nothing is happening. Remember, if you think that you cannot do all these things, seek immediate help. That will be very helpful to you. But the moment you notice, it could be in the night, and you find out that your blood sugar level is high, you don't feel okay, you notice that certain things are happening, continuous urination, because when your blood sugar level is high, your kidney will begin to produce more urine. So when it produces more urine, you will be going to the toilet, passing out urine, and in so doing, you will be dehydrated, failing to drink water. These are simple signs which anybody can know. You don't need a doctor to tell you these signs. As someone living with diabetes, you should be on top of research. New things, you begin to learn new things every day. And always listen to people educating you. Listen to your doctors, your dietitians, your educators. Listen to every one of them. For your blood sugar level to go up, you are going to get some signs. You will notice some signs in your systems. So once you notice those signs, check. You need to check and know what is happening to you. Numbers are very, very important, because when you know your numbers, if your blood sugar is too low, you will know. If your blood sugar is too high, you will know. And you need a diary. Your diary where you record all your readings, so that when you are going to see your doctor, you will take it to your doctor. And when you take it to your doctor, that is when they do your medication review. Either your medication that you are taking is too much or is too low. But if you don't have a record of your blood sugar level, when you are going for your review, the doctor is not a spirit. It's what you say to the doctor that the doctor will now look at it and, and assess you. Without giving the doctor anything to assess you with, the doctor will be confused. They might not assess you correctly. But if you have your diary, anytime you check your blood sugar level, you put it down, you put the date, the time, and also if you eat certain things and you check your blood sugar level is high, you will know that those certain food that you've eaten it too much. Then you will try to reduce it. These are the things that will help you to be in control of your blood sugar level. Because when you eat excess food, your blood sugar level will shoot up. And if you are the type that eats simple sugar, the sugar in your cake, sugar in your tea, sugar in your any food you eat, if you put the simple sugar, that one will spike your blood sugar level. We rather go for complex sugar. The complex sugar, those are the sugar that we find in our food, such as maybe in your sweet potato, anything that you are eating, because every food that we eat, the end result is sugar. But those sugar, we call them complex sugar, because they release sugar bit by bit, gradually. But if you take simple sugar, it will spike your blood sugar level immediately, increase your blood sugar level. So by the time you know that you're struggling with the management, all the time your blood sugar level is going up, you must look at what you are eating. Your food, are you following the portion size that your dietitian has asked you to be eating? Are you eating the right food? That you will have parts vegetable, parts protein, parts carbohydrates. Are you following the right portion? What you have been advised to do. All these things, you need to be your self-doctor. Living with diabetes, you must be a doctor yourself. You must be a nurse yourself. You must be a dietitian yourself, because they give you all these tools in which you can manage this condition without any problem. If you listen to your doctors, if you listen to your diabetes team, I don't think you will have any challenges. And I believe that it's better for us to listen to the team so that we don't fall into complication at all. Because when we fall into the complication, it is very, very difficult to come out of it. One may end up in amputation, kidney failure. We all know what it is to go for dialysis. And the major causes of dialysis is diabetes. Because diabetes, we destroy the organ. Once the organ is destroyed, what happens again? Once the kidney packed up, they put you on dialysis. How many people can afford dialysis? We don't even pray for dialysis. So if we have the simple option, I believe that we should just start practicing the good things so that we don't have no complications at all. And if you are very good with your numbers, it is really, really hard for you to fall into diabetes complication. Because when you check and you see that your blood sugar level is going up, you're doing what they ask you to do, then immediately you seek for help. And once you get the help, solution has come. So we know that the numbers, they are very, very important to us. If we know our numbers and we continue to follow that numbers, knowing the hypo level, knowing the hyper level, we know when the sugar level is low, we know when the sugar level is high. Like I said, 100 before breakfast is not bad at all. 180 after breakfast is not bad at all. If you can maintain that, that can prevent a lot of complication. That can prevent untimely death. That can prevent kidney failure. That can prevent stroke. That can prevent blindness. So many. You can see that this COVID-19, this COVID that came, opened our eyes to know that once you have illness, one form of illness, you've given an opportunity to any virus to go in your system. And once it goes in there, it's difficult to deal with. Because the individual's immune system is already weak. And once the immune system is weak, it is difficult to treat such persons. The fear that we got from COVID-19, if everyone living with diabetes have that fear, nobody will go through untimely death if you are living with diabetes. Because COVID-19 gave us panic. And everyone is taking precaution. If we take that same precaution for diabetes, we will not have any challenges at all. Let us have that same fear for diabetes. Because diabetes is so dangerous. It's not something to play with. It's a dangerous thing. However, if you manage it well, it's not a death sentence. You can live so many years with it if it's well managed. That is why we always come to talk about it now. That is why we want to be talking about it all the time. We want to be preaching how well we can, do these things to help people living with this condition. For example, in Africa, how many of us, even, because you don't know when this condition will set in. From 40 years, we need to be, checking ourselves, whether you live with it or you don't live with it. This program is not for only people living with diabetes. It's for everyone. We all need to be checking. Because the kind of our lifestyle that we're living today has changed the whole system. Everyone is guilty of unhealthy lifestyle. So that is why we all need to be involved. We don't wait until they say you have it before you check out yourself. You must have that practice when on yearly basis, whether you have any condition or not, to do your MOT, to go to your doctors, to check you, to do your ECG, to do everything to check you, to know that you are okay. Whether you have it or not, it is important that you check out yourself. Because in Africa, mostly, a lot of people with this diabetes, they are always get their diagnosis late. Only when they are ill and they are taken to the hospital, that is when they detect that they have diabetes. But if we have that practice of going to check whether or not we have it, we'll be able to know when we develop that condition, and we will not fall into complication. Because if you get your diagnosis late, that high blood pressure, high blood sugar level sometimes would have damaged your organs. We had cases recently, an individual that was taken to one of the hospitals in one of these African countries. He was taken there, and the people treating this particular person, they just start giving doses of insulin, and that thing crushed the guy. Unfortunately, the individual died. If this person was going to check from time to time, the situation will not get out of hand. So that is why it is advisable. Do not look at this program, that this program is for people living with diabetes alone. No, the program is for everybody. It's for everybody. Let us check from time to time. If you are already living with this condition, it is compulsory for you to have your glucometer at home to be checking your blood sugar level. And it is important for you to have a record where you will be writing down your numbers. And you must follow your checks, your routine. You must follow all your checkups. You must go for your eye checks. You must do your routine, your quarterly checkup, your yearly checkup. You must do all these things, because complication will blind the eyes. Once we are blind, what can we do? What can we do? Even if we have 20 children, how are they going to manage us once you are blind? Because diabetes will just blind the eyes. Diabetes, it will lead to amputation. Diabetes will lead to stroke. Diabetes will lead to so many things. So, if we can do this for ourselves, which I believe that we can do it for ourselves. I believe we can do it for ourselves. These numbers are very important. Knowing your numbers is very, very important. You must know your numbers. You must. It is important that you know your number. If you are someone who is not living with diabetes, your normal blood sugar level is supposed to be 4.0, which is 72. If you are someone who does not have diabetes at all, that is your normal level that you are supposed to have. Then if you are checking yourself from time to time and you see that my levels before was 4 point something, what's going on? That is the time you will run away from having too much carbohydrate that puts you at risk. That puts you at risk. Because by the time your numbers are going up, you are falling into prediabetes. From prediabetes, that is how people are getting involved with serious diabetes problem. If there is any way we can prevent it, yes, we can prevent it. A good lifestyle, your weight, your diet. It's so simple. So simple. It is very, very simple. A healthy lifestyle. That's all we need. That's all we need. Gone are the days they say that if you are obese, yes, you are enjoying. No, these days, there's nothing like that. Even if you are obese and you are having one kind of health issues, it's difficult to deal with. Very, very difficult to deal with. If you don't even have diabetes and you are obese, arthritis will set in. You have a lot of challenges. Things you were doing before, you can no longer do those things. So being obese, I don't think is something that is advisable.
That's on that subject. Yeah.
So please, let's know our numbers. Knowing our numbers is going to help us. So I will pass you over to my colleague who is sitting by my side to continue the discussion. Thank you.
I'm in Graceland Diabetes Foundation. I'm reading again. More Ikitamia stop a week already. I am able to continue Yanana. Obama will tell me by Yanana. in number always in number wura damoma ori machine na o read in number ekete obi sugar na wovo ma orana ya mi agolok time etemro pa nyina na ikoro ebu aibai da bu nieswa ni mesolia amina motem pa nyina na i number na kazeko ori oberu o kazeko ori botore ori oberu okpetu ori otore okpetu so wura tagne wa damie kede koke wura wolo damie oma uneve ibie exercise book ori penny unara yi number na ro koke didi number me akete mo pan ha na wura tagne number na from 1.1 ana na 20 uze wura ana rinyete is 70. That is oyibo say low blood sugar level. Ana oromute wure bo ana na wunere omege no gan wunere kpogo we kpogo ne wure tag ne wa evun in number ana oyi so dia mi atem mo pa in number nyana na wura tag ne why 4 ne rinyete inobe uze that is 125 wana is normal wale umame management here diabetes wo orori obem go mara wara ki vitagni wi diabetes na emowore management or diabetes on tare it's a borderline that means wo kere weji damu by weji aje high diabetes but o carry okana una dabu no maso wora borderline na una nwu apanye wo je ruwe diabetes so ami agolo tanwen na tagine number why ya rotore wure di eketi doctor una pare bena obobora dama kede na una pare bena di eketi doctor oroke no dede una high reni that na no buru we koke doctor no re tag ni yes one we gine pa obo oma and I don't know je happy doctor na we osmo tag ni doctors mo tag ne wo damon in the osmo damon na ye romarana na ono damon na ye ono ji no e number no na aira keroma o in the tag ni yes in machine we use na ororomu in machine o ke ji romu wara keje ya idede i doctor na no je advice what tag ni machine na we wanda mana obiko expire no or i battery o romute gbenwenie ona oye aminu inute nyina na tag ni ikoro buebu Aye making mistake yo mamo. I very number ye. In number atana, in number no wose ye kuto wure. All your bill, all your bottle. All your bill, all your bottle. Wure remove brodu. Wure remove all your stressy. Ono winning number na koke.
Even sickness, fever.
Wure we fever. Ono winne in number na. But raya rotore. Wa ya rotore. Oana. Iture nuo. Ori doctor, nurses, dietitian. Re nuo. Tagine nano bura wa manager emi amorana ono vere esi momamo oya mi adrenye na tagine amine je apona toto ire tagine I number tana o mamemu una dabu nute Igore zaka agine I number ye agine 14 point something agine normal Joe
Danger.
Ani danger zone what are 14 if 14 atana that is 260 what are 260
Danger.
Ani danger zone so ame erere nyinana mo term my number na where practice here because miaro golebe roebe wu exercise book muna yo doroye oke wa damie ide ti wa damie ona okena wa damie ori oke una yaye PM AM wara je damie won una yaye PM so wara damie maran koke
No complication.
wos mo ve mo wara tag ni complication ya vie udo no robro wos mo we na because when let's woman why open when in management na so ami Graceland ami amerikuro bu ebunre esame tagine o mare kwakona avo o mare no maya avo o mara avo and ami advice aye tagine onana water na umagwo obara sugar level ori oberun aye gini ya dama ise o maye o mare doctor no gini tara yen because he signing na ye resigning na o megaro gam koke tagin o mopogo waragin sugar na ori otore and sugar ori otore ni jokumu neruo emowura ikoku wherever ikoku Coca-Cola or any drink half glass una haye una daye that is wura moboma no ruo that means up sugar level or tore wura damie una damie very we must say damie very kumo de
conclude
kumo de ikokuna or anything on miemiere wa pari e damara we must say damie very wa damie ori tore mara una de half glass of coke Oana e management here e diabetes inyenana amina mo temu na pekemu because obresi number na oya me gwolo inyonari nyenana kokoro tuworie tuwewoyi umosi ineketi number avo orori otore orori operu wara sai manage mara koke o go the management of diabetes osmo pogo ma nana obame ere motari nyenana oboro amna je motaru vie go olivame ono je etemo eroro ekmanye o roba okay avie memomare.
Hello again. Uwie wado. Meroni tane week lo barene ne onje borene ne mota. Oloni gwana oni ataine ne ki number ne. Kwaya gamu me kokere koke. Uye wo gi sugar ne. Work your vrovo. Ro ganero ro ye plegede ro guro tame okwoye. So in number ne onyobolo important ro pelu gwagwa wa ara we to me tamu wo ge ogi sugar ne keneme ero bumbu wan mo tata me gbono ni tamu poro dama oye poro dama oyina yudu me brume o suppose ro ga be balance o mo poro dama o mo po blenu dama we ya jololo wo gi sugar o ya bo ma ori oke I sugar ya gi 100 oromunu. Then you are really nelly. Oh yeah, give 180 oromunu. We say keep your emo. Omo we beto of love tame mamo boy regede hospital tame omo affect ya we because you know that we wo give sugar ne oral roto me oyanku o elone fu me po yi eloye bluye won elone mo fu ma po yi o sugar na ye budama e wo me omo we bi biaru e oya we bi biaru e kika mana oro na tu alori sugar na ye budama oya cause e stroke oya cause kwakwa bumbu but we are jolo ra we number ne kokere koke gwara anye roboli number na rawa complication you must say your mind because we e make size ya bi biro we are game ko wa yaroro oya juri okiro game yaroro tamuri oke oya jokiamu umeje yaroro tame okiamu why agwono pe ari doctor e bi we ne oya ne ron ne kon wa besi e doctor ne so meye die okejo ne me mo gini kumwe okejo ne me mo fibi kumwe o depend yo bolugwa manage o meni nini so gwada ban a manage o mene e were mata mo le pe gwa le wan emu oboli doctor for e tamu gwa eluwe when ne exercise the doctor for it time exercise ne uti ona na mi romu keye ojuma agwatamu ye exercise ku kwe sha bage no because the doctor of he must have worry and exercise regbe mu no elojo wan pi gym wan ye pi gym wan mo the doctor for one time wan ro ine nwe kire ni gym na ria so he exercise rumo ruo the doctor of he must worry time and exercise na ne onye gbe mu no so exercise in kon you moruo wa be exercise e be ru e you must know mini doctor ni na you ki moruo but exercise in oya help here oroye wo ge ogi sugar very important oya help ye wo gi sugar so kolo ro you ne kwakwi diabetes in must advise here that exercise in we tamu must ye we kokele koke anu ya jololo duoma try rosima me then oboma vore tamu dikumwe nini ya danwe emu ane wale ya ga portion ojamu ke iga irosu mo buvi vegetable nei vegetable ugu vegetable for vegetable one kele kwakwa bubu me vegetable won arewo ene toto isha wote vegetable so yes wo kwakwa na negba and one year number is very important in number ne wa sa check you make kokele koke umo yere okere I sugar ne ro kporo dama. I sugar ye kporo dama. I sugar ne mo oye kporo. Omo give 3.9. Oya give 3.9 on sugar rawa. Bugbe gemu. Because oro kporo ne. Okwolo violo kpenu. Uye wogi sugar. I sugar suppose to be 3.9 okporo dama, which is 70 okporo dama. So we am no ine ugbe gemu rokpo pe ali doctor. And oya gamu be mekiro tali doctor. Oya ge udi miemie usada oine omo happy sugar ne ro level be mekiro tali doctor. O mean that oya de udi nenere. Were pe ali doctor na je mo na uji pali doctor lady ya sheki tamu ne gamo mo gamo no if gwede de lo woman sugar na ya give 3.9 umo yere now because o gamo ya gaye enwe ne torete lo umo ya mi blackout wale we merie ogi sugar na do bo mere clay obo ma gori covid ne ma sa gori ogi sugar ne mo olomo buoi because in minute eni yelo egwe if o ogi sugar ne minute eni yelo egwe if o ogi sugar ne ewa pone tototo. So o phone time to work sugar we ye take book peri 40 le o phone time we ya sha gamu me kedeli kede ya gamu me kokele koke me believe that ero bubu won very maya gamu sugar ne. So o phone time maya gamu sugar ne kokele koke u need umoro work sugar ne na yin. Because if okay work but me yen okenane koro suppose you hire gamu more because don't know rare one ne kele mamle ne coin ma balia and kwa ne male ne one room ko mane but we don't know ro de ne kere de moru na ke wele ne ma bon abalia ma be wele na ba abalia imone ai mo ko yo petu ne awara woman. So maybe ko ma oboli me ma voru mane mama ro wiru mama ro yere wiru mama leta mo gi sugar ne omo kworo yi because mama ye ne nuri ne o work your love organ mo ro se re kworo ne then ogi sugar ne o wi iromo where agamu me di tame we 13.9 which is 250 on in ekpelu dama because the sugar na ya do man e click organ ne kon ya damage ke ye ku sugar ro ale kon ya gum organ ne kugbe o in e kon yo petu na kon ya gum won kugbe and o ya gum won kugbe kon ya ma gboro organ ne ro man. That is the big issue. So o bale pelu kokele koke sugar ne pelu kokele koke ojobolo romunu te. Try as much as possible uro wiwo rome. De iro bubure wogovu selu. Ovo igari wale bumbu bi abi rosu kugwe brunwa kre were jo buin. So ekwakwa wale obomesi complex sugar while sweet potato iromo in a green and all these things because you mo yale then you rosu bubu wale ne umo brunwa kre wale we bu etemo yi then umosiji breed doctor sha kokele ke uya gami sugar level time o pe even 23 rugbe gemu 23 is 414 or in a danger zone. Oro ne say also gu kokele koke anytime. Eri pelu ne oya game oya gi 250 270 288 300 306 325 342 360 375 400 414 432 450.
Danger.
That is danger zone.
Yes.
Bugbe gemu when you love for the time ya rover because only some bubu that one time sugar na pelu be eku amegrebe koma the sugar na cake poro uri ogwo
ye chade
uri ogwo when you want for the time ya dala buku na that omo poro no wa ke so one no because ore ine won je yo mami roro yi. So because kokele koke only mo ya temenane kokele koke emenane for ke me mara ruwia ta so that a moment toto one toto moso so kolo ye so e wo then omo easy maro manage condition nane so emenane ko money boss mine no urobo wado ona onyovo mama Mrs. Ekpoke from Graceland Diabetes Foundation. Otara wan tare very awan tare week okpo na oya awan ji mure no na otara wan mure no na ko tari number mavo in number ka wo help awan o manage diabetes in number na important aspect really manage diabetes because what they vugi right number na then other than obana poto work anie other than obana penu work anie ke die o vugi number na oyin number na owo important the management the diabetes what that dio detani wo with diabetes in number when or suppose what they are 4.0 which is normal 72 other than omana oshewiyo de 4.0 or 72 but what that then well follow with diabetes and the sugar when 3.9 which is 70 or in a no. How do you know all of this? Down one damana or walk and one yetane eda okpotono or okpenuno. And in number nana was supposed will be cardinana ikwejo be supposed will because what they be cardinana or you walk any came avo because the doctor oka walk away the doctor work a one and walk away the doctor be walk away what that the blood glucometer vo okay we na evron and on anaka help you when work one you write numbers na and where owo mana dede what that ye sugar when they photo what can you because he black at we be na ijo be ka black at ojaka jawe o mana ko pogu we kilo ani wo ke se woni eta ni sugar na o photo no other than what when okay na or you will notice that the sugar na photo what damero what can di coke half glass or a glass of coke what can die immediately before you seek further help o minute and what that done you still need to go to the hospital to the nearest hospital so that I can well will take away in number na it's a very important thing. Tani work down my way from time to time. Work down my way from time to time. 1 year as salary management when so what suppose you will so mana oshebiyo because one year number na when any number na oba another dio mana all the time no pobenu called damage re organina other damage organina that will lead to amputation. It will lead to blindness. It will lead to stroke. It will lead to so many complications. It will lead to so many complications because banadek bobenu oba wena or destroy blood vessel. Wrong I see blood vessel. So oba can get to wena.
That is sugar mana.
Oba naka get to wona wena ijobi. Ada to bo le ye amawia wo to wo we what can here because there's no sensation or gure. So that is why one must any number where it's very important that okay the tally number na very very serious. Kokere koke awai katotana fikidie ikwa wane ayigwe ifikiri diabetes na oye awai wole yotane odi post in eke post that I can see etawie eti e post to ikugwe buede post I to bo read rayin so but otana I want ibwebu na kyovu ovo mi shewi ro okwo oyin na me help you na oyin soro àwọn water na kede every week àwọn ka total pa utari diabetes na devon na me wo tie week lo poli na is center ada test diabetes na anede ni kwe diabetes na ogwo no ri evororo pe boyin oyin na owe ogene kokwe gbata na eworuo ede ruo nure ikwo ke excuse tane owas of ovo mi wigo oyin na iro because it we partners na one later na I can one machine na vi move no one job na Rotary Club I can provide the na work one so I can win na work ku one in challenges and why worry okay na oba one ke wo instruction na we tin or generally e commission na we oba one okay ji provide the equal e can support the e project na so we biko so etanana aya wan gware nunena week rochana awaje carry awaje ke metra fa worry e ka wo help iriwo live diabetes na wa ko biro wa wo kiro metari na. Hello, in conclusion, what we have been talking about the numbers, about how people will know their numbers and that will help them, because if you know your numbers, that will save you from a lot of diabetes complication, because people don't know the difference between hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia. But if you are conversant with your numbers, you will know when you have hypo or when you have hyper. So that is why we are emphasizing on the knowing your numbers. That knowing your numbers will save life, will avoid amputation, any form of complication, stroke, heart attack, blindness, you just name it. Knowing your numbers alone can help you. Because if you know your numbers, and when you have crisis, you will know where to go to for help. You will know when to go for help if you know your numbers. When you meet up with your crisis, you will know that this is a time to go and seek help. Of course, everyone living with diabetes should have this record. We have this record. Either you get it from your doctor or your educator. You should have this to know your numbers. You should have this to know your numbers. If you look at this card, all the yellow zone, these are the danger zone. Yeah. The yellow zone are the danger zone. When you see the green, you know it's normal. All this has their meanings. Everything you see here has meaning. Yeah. Significance. Know your numbers. Know your numbers. If you need any of our materials, you can contact us. Graceland, go to our website and, leave us a message so that we can provide some of these things for you for free. We will come your way again next week. Let us not take all your time so that you have time to do other things. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to speak to you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to reach you from your home. Yeah. We are so grateful and we appreciate this privilege. We welcome all your questions. We will answer all your questions. And if you need any support with your materials, glucometers, high blood pressure machine, do not hesitate to contact Graceland Diabetes Foundation. You just go to our website and leave us a message. We will reach out to you. God bless you and good night. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.